Welcome to the MB Show. Today we will discuss the disastrous opening weekend for Blue Beetle. Marvel's Secret Invasion. Was it a disappointment? And a little bit more. So, I want to start here with Blue Beetle. I watched the movie, and I'm going to tell you this. I thought the movie was really good. I really enjoyed the family dynamic. I thought the action was fine. I thought the movie, the pacing was fine. It's 2 hours long, but it didn't feel like 2 hours. It was a whole lot of fun. I laughed a lot, cried a lot. Yeah, listen, I actually rank movies a little bit higher if I can cry during it, because that means that it made me feel something. And I like this weird ranking system. It's like, oh, did I cry? Nope. B-. Anyway, but I thought the movie was really good. Now, apparently, a lot of people were not interested in seeing this movie, and I understand why. And listen, it only made $27 million, right? It's like only 27 million. I know. Only $27 million, right? This weekend domestically, 18 million internationally, and then a total of $45 million worldwide. And the budget for the movie was about 104 million. And they're saying that this is going to be DC's next flop. I believe they haven't had a movie that has cracked 400 million in the box office. And I think the last, yes, they haven't had one in a while. And it's a shame because I personally think that if you're on the fence about seeing this movie, do not let the box office numbers deter you from going to go see the movie. Obviously, I know that because on the flip side, if this movie was making a lot of money, you would probably go see it. You'd be like, oh, well, everyone else is going to go see it, so let me go see it. Listen, I remember when the trailer dropped, and every tweet and post that I saw about it, everyone was saying that, okay, this actually looks really good. And I wanted to make sure, because I had a feeling that this movie was going to be good. I had a feeling that I was going to live up to his expectations. And it did. It did not disappoint me at all. I've only seen 3 DC movies in theaters in the last maybe 15 years or so. When did Dark Knight come out? 2008. I'll count that. Dark Knight, Batman vs. Superman, The Batman, and Blue Beetle. Only movies that I've seen. It's just been all Batman and Blue Beetle. But, and I understand why, I understand why people don't want to go see this film. I know why, a lot of people are just sour on the DC brand. A lot of people, there's a stench on the brand. I mean, the last few movies have not lived up to their expectations. And with people knowing that there's going to be a reboot, they just say, what's the point of going to go see the movie if it's not going to matter anyway? And that's a fair point. But, and ultimately, I personally do want a sequel for this film. I really, really do. I hope they bring back the entire cast, and I really just want to see what happens next. I really, really do. And like I said, if you're on the fence about seeing this, please go see this. Please. I'm begging you, please. Please. No, but this movie, in my opinion, is a W for DC, regardless of how much money it made, because the quality of this film is there. And I'm very glad that they did not release this on HBO Max. I just really do wish more people saw this film. I really do. And I feel like a lot of people, when they finally go see it, and which will most likely be on HBO Max or Max, I feel like they'll feel the same exact way. Like, damn, maybe I would have spent $10 on this. I would have spent 15 on this. You know, people will say like, oh, this movie is actually pretty good, but it'll be too late. It'll be too late. The damage is done. So go see it now, okay? I'm not getting paid by James Gunn. I'm not getting paid by DC. Just go see it. Just go see it. You know, go see it. You know, the other thing here that I want to talk about is Secret Invasion. All right, I'm having a little bit of an issue here with more so Marvel shows, because I feel like on the Star Wars end, I did not watch Boba Fett, but I did watch all 3 seasons of The Mandalorian. I actually binged them, so I thought they were all pretty solid. Outside of the fact that, listen, like we gotta end this in a different way without Moff Gideon. Like, please, if season 4, if I see Moff Gideon again, um, in the season 4 of the Mandalorian, I'm not watching season 5 because I have no trust. We have no trust anymore. Like, I don't trust that. Like, every season, Moff Gideon's back, but it's a clone again. Like, oh, come on, stop it. But and then Obi-Wan, complete disappointment. And I think that with Secret Invasion, right? Obviously, Secret Invasion was not going to be like the comics. It was not going to be like the Avengers cartoon Earth's Mightiest Heroes, which I think that you guys should check out. I would recommend that. This is 2 seasons of it on Disney Plus. It's really good, really, really good. Watching that will make you think like, damn, like why aren't they doing this in the movies? But a friend of mine, my friend Mike, he even said that they should have did the whole Secret Invasion storyline as a like in installments, pretty much, where you're telling the story of, oh well, who's a scroll and who's not a scroll, and you're doing this in different movies and different TV shows, just carrying the storyline on throughout whatever, phase 4, phase 5, or whatever, and then have it build up to a big event where you can actually spend money on all the characters appearing in there and actually truly have Secret Invasion. Because when I was watching the cartoon, I was like, is that the real Black Panther? No, no, no. I remember Black Panther went back to Wakanda like 3 episodes ago. But was it really him? Is that the real Hawkeye? Is that the real... Like, even when I thought that I was right, I was wrong. And when I thought I was wrong, I was right. And then sometimes I just didn't know, who the scroll was. But this could have been something where um, they could have had fans really intrigued for months, for years, about who's a scroll, who's not a scroll. And but I honestly don't think that any people could honestly handle that too. Just given the reveal of who actually was a scroll, and you're like, oh, it ruined Endgame, it ruined it. Like, it's the whole point. It's the whole point. He's trying to blend in. Like, he's supposed to. Yeah, he knows. Okay, well, I'm Tony's friend. Yes, I had to console him. Yes, I had to be there for him. This ruined the moment. That's the whole point of it. Okay, but Secret Invasion, the show. Okay, for what it is. I thought it was fine the first 5 episodes. I did. I thought it was okay. And I thought it was good enough to, so when I got to the finale, I had a WTF moment. And I'm watching who I think is Nick Fury turn into a super scroll, and I'm like, what the fuck? Like, I was like, oh my goodness, like, am I really watching this? I was like, am I really? I'm like, this can't be happening. And it turned out to be Gaia, but then there was another WTF moment when it was like, okay, well, she just has all the powers now. I was like, okay, like, I'm like, what the hell's going on? But honestly, but at the end of it all, right? At the end of it all, I am always asking myself, right? Because Marvel for the last 15 years has prided themselves on having a shared universe where each thing that you watch moves the story forward. And they've been taking a long time moving things forward since Endgame. And certain things, it's like, okay, I can see where it's going. But other things are just like, what's going on? I personally think there's too much content out there. I really do. I think they need to focus on maybe one or two storylines at a time and just give us less. Please, just give us less. But with Secret Invasion, I really, really just did not like the finale, and this is not the first time that I've been disappointed with a finale from Marvel. The one that pops up, Moon Knight. I thought that finale was just very disappointing, and because they have you guessing and they have you thinking, like, oh well, what's gonna happen, now, and then next thing you know, it's just, you know, that's all I can describe it as. Is just not good, just not good, and I think that they would benefit from either doing 3 episode long events, like series, or making one special that's like 45 minutes to an hour and 30 minutes long. Tell the story that way and just get straight to the point. I think that they could honestly, so for what they're doing and the amount of money that they're spending on these shows, I think that they could tell more stories with more characters. You can still spend the same amount of money, but you can do more. You can introduce more different characters. You can even do, like, so listen, right? I have this suggestion, I guess, or this idea of what the multiverse saga should be, right? Where there, to me, the multiverse saga has not really been multiversing, because you're calling it the multiverse saga. You have this multiversal villain that is just, out there, but that's pretty much it. And a lot of the story is centered around our universe, Earth 1999, 616, whatever you want to call it. The main timeline from the MCU that we've seen since Iron Man 1. And that's fine, but I really do think that they need to do more than what they did in Doctor Strange Multiverse Madness, because there was no madness in the multiverse with that one. They were just like, you had one scene where you showed the Illuminati, a different version of them, different version of Captain Marvel, different version of Captain America, a different Reed Richards, Professor X, Charles Xavier, but like, if you actually showed us, and this would actually help with their, because there's, they're saying that Secret War is supposed to be like a soft reboot. This would actually help with getting people to actually care about other characters, and it will make Secret Wars a little more interesting or this whole multiverse saga more interesting in general, where you have these incursions happening, universes are dying. I will care about a universe if I know the people in the universe. Because, like, you think about it, like, when you hear on the news, and, like, we hear about people dying all over the world every single day, and we all pretty much say the same thing. Thoughts and prayers. Oh, no, that's so sad. Oh, but in reality, like, I'm not saying we don't care, but when it's someone that we actually know, when it's someone, whose life that's in danger, that we actually know, someone that we actually have spent time with, that we grew up with, that we watched done things with or whatever. Like, it matters a little bit more to us because that's your brother, that's your sister, that's your best friend. So when you're watching, there's a reason why you care when Tony Stark snaps his finger and sacrifices himself at the end of Endgame. There's a reason why you care, because you spent 10, 15 years watching him throughout this. But if you just start, if it just starts from Endgame, you're not really going to have that much of an attachment to him at all. So the least that they can do is show us other characters. They'd be like, oh yeah, I know that Iron Man. I know that Iron Man from Earth 555. I know that Captain America from that universe. You could do so many different things if you actually took something, took your time with other stuff. Instead of coming out with 6 episodes of Hawkeye, just take one to introduce her, or maybe 2. You could, like, quite honestly, for what they're doing with Disney Plus, for what they're doing with raising the prices and everything, and what they're doing with, the quality of these shows, it's not going to be sustainable. Because when you have like Netflix, right? Netflix can raise their price at $30 a month, and we probably still pay for it because Netflix gives us so much more. Netflix, like, there is something on Netflix for everybody. Documentaries, you had Stranger Things, the Squid Games, you had remember Tiger King? Like, there's always something on Netflix. Movies, series, docs, and this, that. There's always something for you to watch. You could probably name, if Netflix came out with like maybe 24 things, for the year, I guarantee you at least 6 or 7 of those you'd be checking out. But with Disney Plus, like, yeah, like, we got it for the kids and stuff, but quite honestly, for me personally, all I really care about is the Marvel and the Star Wars stuff. But we get, like, a few of those a year and stuff, but that's not enough to keep me to want to pay more, and it's not living up to its potential. Ahsoka comes out tonight. I'm hoping that it's great. But that's just how I feel about, what's going on with them. And I think that they need to either take their time and actually make great television, or change the formula with how they're packaging this content. You give us a 3-part series, get straight to the point with it, it becomes something way more bigger. Less is more sometimes. And for them, I think this is the route that they should definitely go. The multiverse ain't multiversing. The Disney Plus ain't Disney Plusin'. There ain't no plus. There's no plus to this. You know what I mean? So, I don't know. That's just me. But let me know what you guys think in the comments. Please be sure to give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Subscribe to the channel. I will be making more videos like this, discussing different things going on in pop culture, the nerd world, geek stuff, all that good stuff. And also check out my stop motion videos too if you're into action figures. I have a huge collection, and I'm always just working on new stuff. Have any suggestions, just let me know. Any topics you want me to cover, anything you want me to talk about, please let me know. And please remember, be kind to people. I'm sorry. I'm freestyling this outro. Remember, love thy neighbor. Anyway, goodbye.